got you into this game tonight?
Just staying confident, just waiting for my opportunity. My teammates kept trusting me, kept working on my craft. I knew that one of these games I was going to have to come along, piece it together, and help my team get to a win. All the time it's not offensively, which has been my biggest thing my whole career has been scoring the ball. Sometimes you have to figure out other things to do to get yourself on the court, and I think I have been doing that, trying to, guard, get steals, being active on defense, and then, create your opportunity, and when you have it, you just got to take it. I think that's kind of what happened. And I just, seize the moment.
Just, you've had a lot of success in a lot of different places in your career. Just these last couple of weeks probably couldn't have been easy.
No. It's a very difficult thing because, it just depends how you look at it. At first, I would say I took it as I didn't really I didn't think as a basketball player. I thought as Jahaad, and I was kind of selfish in the aspect where it was like, why is it me? Why is this happening? I started out so good, and but you go through your slumps and things like that. Because I went through slumps at High Point, went through slumps at Iona, but when you think like a basketball player, you can't. It's not always about yourself. It's about my team and what are we doing to win, and how am I contributing? Because regardless if I'm on the court or not, I contribute every day in practice, every day in our texts, in our group messages, things like that. Showing up on film, just talking to our team. That all contributes to carrying over to actual games. And I changed my mindset. I started thinking about that. Of course, praying and everything like that, it'll come full circle. God always answers your prayers. I'm a firm believer in that. I kind of, so I would say like my last couple of weeks haven't been that tough. They've been normal, just waiting for my opportunity and staying positive. My first week was pretty rough. I was all about myself. And that was one thing I beat myself up about, and you just got to move on from it. It's a long season, it's a marathon, and staying positive. I'm sure I probably won't have this game every time.
Right.
You just got to be ready. I'm ready for all our teammates to step up and just be ready to produce when the time's needed.
Was that when you got taken out of the starting lineup? When you were thinking more about Jahaad than
yes, sir.
Than basketball?
That was probably the first time I didn't start in a long time, as we said before.
Right.
And when things happen like that, you being a scorer and not really having to be held accountable for other things, and at a lower major school, my whole thing was to score the ball. So regardless if I was playing bad or good, I still had to score the ball. I knew I was going to play a lot of time. So when I got taken out the starting lineup, it was kind of like a little shocker to me. And like I said, I was all about myself. You change your mindset. You got to stay positive. You got to remain positive. Have trust in my teammates because, we're not at this level for any reason. We can all play. So, like I said, changed my mindset, and, I'm feeling good. And it's not just because I had a good game. I've been feeling good, for a while now. I have the utmost faith in my teammates and my coaches, and I feel like we're going, we'll turn it around. We're going to get a road win, and once we do, I feel like we're going to skyrocket. We're going to take off. But once we get that road win, that's when everything will change.
Did you have a message at halftime? Travion said you had some words for people coming out of the locker room.
Yeah,
something.
It's just our fight. We put ourselves in holes where we're fighting back most of the game instead of competing, and we always get it down to a possession, or we always get it down to 5 points or whatever it is, and we're fighting, and the clock's winding down too. You don't have forever to fight. I'm sure if we had another 5-10 minutes, I think we would come out on top. But I just told my team we have to remain positive. It's too many times where we get in spurts where one person messes up and then he's down on himself and we're not there collectively. We have to individually be there for ourselves and for our teammates. We can't spend most of our time just trying to pick each other up every single time. Sometimes we have to be there mentally, and that's where the good teams are. Everybody has the same mindset. Everybody knows, okay, I made a mistake. I'm not gonna make it again. It's the next play. We got to move on. And I think our team, we kind of get caught on past plays or something that we did before, and it takes a play or two to move on. But, you know, that can be make or break of a game, you know, a decision making or a decision in the game, you know, just a stop or a foul or you know, forgetting to play, just little things like that, you know. And I just told our team, you know, we just got to remain positive. We beat some of the best teams, and, you know, we lost some tough ones. We just got to figure out how we're going to come together and get through it. I'm sure we will. It's just, you know, it's just our fight. You know, I don't feel like teams are beating us. When it comes down to it, I think we're beating ourselves in the long run.
How much does what you guys did the last 12 to 15 minutes, though, need to show up in the first 5 minutes Saturday at Northwestern?
It's big. I mean, if we can put, you know, the last spurt together at the beginning of the game and sustain it, I really don't see a lot of teams that are hanging around with us. I mean, we've been tremendous at home, and if you play like that, I felt like, you know, the last couple of minutes we play like we're at home, very comfortable. You know, Trey's getting the ball, we're making jump shots, we're getting defensive stops. If we put a whole game together like that, I don't feel like too many teams will be able to compete. I felt, you know, our first 2 possessions were really good. We started out good, and then it's a slump, and then, you know, we're stuck in that hole of fighting. And we have to understand that, you know, we're really good at home, and other teams are really good at home as well. So we have to figure out some way to just, I don't want to say think like we're at home, but we have to figure out some way to play like we're at home, because I feel like if we play like we are at home, a lot of teams will be in trouble if we're giving that, you know, intensity and everything like that on the road.